guys, and welcome back to my channel and happy November. Today is going to be a monthly reset for the month of November, which I said this in last video, but I can't believe that we're already in November. Last month I'm like, oh, the end of the year is almost here, and we are, I feel like, so close to it. But I still want to film this video because I want to motivate you guys to put some effort to work on yourself and your goals, even though it is so close to the end of the year. I feel like once November comes around, a lot of people, including myself, push all of the goals, aspirations, or intentions down the drain and just wait until the new year. But this is your reminder that you can still get some things done, even if they are small, if you set a plan. So today we're going to be planning for my month, my goals, my intentions, and I have switched things a little bit because I am starting to think about my planning system for 2025. So I have a few new planners coming in and just other things that I've started using already and implementing into my routine that are different from last month. So yeah, I'm excited to share all of that with you guys. Every monthly reset video, I feel like I've changed something to it. Right now, I'm honestly just being cozy in my red chair here because at 26 weeks pregnant, I really don't have the energy for a lot. So I thought I would just make it cozy and just sit here and share with you guys my goals and intentions. I will also be going over my November monthly budget, which will be towards the end of the video. So definitely check out the timestamps if you want to skip any of these parts. But there's a lot of things that we need to talk about. So first, let's start with my planner. Well, with my notebook here. This is a Coach notebook that I really like. It makes me feel very cutesy and sophisticated, and all I really use it for is to write down my goals. I started using this in August and I've really been enjoying it. So let's go over our goals for last month, and then I'll share with you guys my intentions and goals for this month, which I definitely set out a bunch of goals for myself that, although I did achieve some of them, I didn't 100% achieve everything that I set out for myself, which is completely fine. I feel like as long as you have the intention of reaching some goals or setting up some goals for yourself in the month, you're already halfway to reaching them. So for personal goals, I mentioned that I wanted to start waking up an hour earlier, which really hasn't happened. I feel like I've been going to sleep super late because I want to get things done when the baby is down. I also set out for myself to read 6 books because I had read, I think, 5 books in September. And that was entirely way too much, especially with the amount of work that I had for my sticker shop and my jewelry shop. So I ended up only reading, I think, 4 books, which is not bad at all. Let me now share with you my personal goals that I've set out for November, which I think are definitely going to be more achievable. Not saying that 6 books is 6 books is a lot of books actually, now that I think about it. My personal goals for November are that I still want to implement me waking up 1 to 1.5 hours earlier than my son or my husband. So ideally I would like to wake up like at 6 to 6:30, which is not crazy. Like, I think it's doable. And although I did wake up that early some days last month, I wanted to make it a routine. So I'm bringing that goal from October into this month, and hopefully I can achieve it. And I plan on reading 4 books, which I think is definitely more doable since I did read 4 books in October. I actually set out a goal for myself in the beginning of September when I started reading to read 12 books by the end of the year, and I'm almost there. And if I read 4 books in November and 4 books in December, I would have achieved my goal of reading 12 books, which is a lot because, like I mentioned in last month's video, I really wasn't reading at all. I haven't read in years prior to me starting. Then my third personal goal would be that I want to finish my 2025 planning system. I am really excited about all the planners that I'm going to be using for January, and I think I'm pretty much done with my selection. I just have to set up some planners, which I'll be filming videos for. I'm actually going to show you guys my A5 planner in the next video, so definitely make sure you check that out. It's going to be a flip through of what I have in it so far. It's not going to be for 2025, but I just started using it last week in the beginning of the month, so it's been a few days and I really like the setup that I have. So definitely stay tuned for that video. And then number 4, which is one of the goals that I'm bringing from October is to scrapbook my son's first year. I literally can see my scrapbook right there, and I have all the pictures already picked out for each section. I just need to make some time, sit down and film it because I want it to be something that I share with you guys here on my channel. So I have added it into my content planner schedule, which I will show you guys in a second. So hopefully that ends up happening. And as you guys can see, these goals are not super extreme, and I wanted them to be more doable since it is the end of the year, and I'm also pregnant, so I can't do a ton. Let's move on to my health and wellness goals so we can talk about that next. So last month I talked about how I wanted to work out 3 times a week, like do 2 at-home workouts and 1 Pilates class a week, which was definitely way too much. Right now there's no way that I can just pull a mat on the floor and start doing like exercises. Like I just don't have that in me. And I actually didn't do many Pilates classes last month, but I'm going to go back this week and start implementing that again into my schedule because I feel like it really did help me with stretching and feeling less pain during pregnancy. And a lot of people recommend doing Pilates when you're pregnant, so I want to keep doing that. Ideally, I would like to do 2 to 3 times of physical activity, like any sort of physical activity, like walking. I want to at least walk 2 to 3 times a week, but if I am going to Pilates once a week, I can walk 2 other times. So I'll definitely be working on that because I feel like I'm at home a lot of the times with my son. I'm busy at home, so I feel like everything is just about making time for it. Setting it here, and I'm putting it in my other planner so then that way I can see it multiple times. So I think that goal is very doable as well. And then my second and last health and wellness goal for this month is to journal daily, which I actually have been journaling since the beginning of this month. I have here my Hobonichi Teiko. This is my A6 that my sister got for me in Japan when she went in May. And I actually hadn't been using it a lot. I tried to do a few things, but I came across Helen, the Coffee Monsters Co. Instagram, and she was mentioning how she has daily journaling prompts on her website that you can do to start journaling, and that's what I've been doing. I actually posted this on my Instagram, which I'm starting to post more on my planning Instagram, so definitely follow me on there. It is just at Romina Plans. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this, and I have been doing it daily, so I think I can already check off this of my goals. But of course I want to keep doing it for the month and making it kind of a habit because I don't know, journaling is really fun for me, and I feel like you get to release a lot of stress that way, and I'm just glad that I'm implementing that in my life again. So for household and family goals, last month I mentioned how I wanted to plan family outings, and we actually did end up going to the pumpkin patch with my son, my husband, and his family, and it was really cute. We took some pictures and I really enjoyed doing that because it's the fall and I don't know, I just love pumpkin patches. And the pumpkin patch that we go to, we've been going for now, I think this is our 3rd year going. We went before Vito was born, and we went last year when he was 3 months old, and just going back and taking pictures there, it's just made me feel very happy. Now for this month's household and family goals, I want to plan family activities or family time, and that's kind of what I had last month as well. So instead of saying that I want to go to the park or do like outside play or go on walks, I want to plan it in my planner, so then that way it actually gets done, and that will go hand in hand with me doing physical activities for my health and wellness. And the second goal that I want to achieve this month is sort of an easy one, is to create a monthly cleaning checklist. I feel like this would be beneficial not only right now that I'm pregnant, but also when, let's say, our second baby is here next year. So just creating a master checklist of things that we should be doing on a monthly or bi-weekly, weekly, and even daily basis would be nice. And I think I could print it out and put that into one of my planners and just have that as a reminder for us to do, because we haven't really been organized in that way with cleaning. So I want to do that. And then the third and final goal that I have for this month is to start some sort of craft activities with Vito. He is going to be turning 16 months this month, and I feel like he is now ready to do some crafts. I tried to do some coloring a few months ago and he definitely wasn't ready, but I feel like he could be ready now to start like painting or coloring or doing other activities. So I definitely want to start some sort of craft activity with him and implement that in his routine, because I think he's going to be switching from 2 naps to 1 nap. It honestly just depends. He was doing really good with 2 naps again a day, but I think we might have to cut it down to 1 nap, so then that way he gets better sleep at night. So those are my household slash family goals. And then last but not least, for business goals, this is honestly, it is probably the busiest time of the year for businesses, small businesses in general. So as a small business owner, I have to do a lot of prep for the biggest sale of the year, which is Black Friday slash Cyber Monday. So my 3 business goals for this month is to make sure that I prep everything that I want to do ahead of time for those 2 sales. So I'm going to be having tiered freebies for my sticker shop and new savings challenges for 2025. So I want to make sure to do those. And for my jewelry store, I want to make sure to attend 2 pop-ups, which I did a pop-up last month and it was actually a very successful one, and it encouraged me to do more pop-ups this holiday season anytime there's really holidays, because that's usually when people will shop the most, I've come to notice. So I already have one that I'm going to be going to this week actually, and I think I'm going to sign up for 1 more, so then that way I can do 2 pop-ups for November and then probably 2 pop-ups for December for Christmas. So that's my second goal. And then my third and final goal is to be more active on social media for my businesses. So I mentioned this, that I wanted to start posting more here on YouTube and my personal Instagram and my planning Instagram and TikTok and all of that. But I also want to make sure to start posting for my businesses, because I feel like the biggest ways to get the word out about your business is social media and in-person pop-ups, which I want to be doing both of them. So those were all of my goals for this month, and for the most part, like I mentioned, I think they're pretty doable, so I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about the whole journaling in my A6 planner. I will in a second show you guys my monthly view, which I currently have in my A5 planner, which I mentioned I'm going to be having a video about this tomorrow. So now let's move on to my calendars. I'll show you guys what I have for my monthly view, which I have in here, but then I will transfer it to our wall calendar in our office. So then that way my husband and I both have an idea of what's going on this month. And then I will also show you guys my content calendar. I'll show you guys last month's and this month. So let's move on to my desk. All right, so this is my A5 rings planner, and I have some inserts from Rosy Papetree. This is essentially the layout that I have, and I like that I not only have it in my notepad anymore because it's more accessible to me. I have it with all of like my other weekly inserts and daily inserts, and I really like it. So this actually has a section for goals, things that you have to buy, notes, important dates, pretty much the same as the notepad from Cloth and Paper, and you also get a section for to-dos. And I just wrote out some important things like daylight savings ending, we have election day on the 5th, my January new releases, which by the time you guys are watching this video, those should be up. I'm actually making a few changes to my January stickers, so if you're on the market for January budgeting stickers, definitely check out my shop out. I also have a concert on the 8th, like I mentioned, a pop-up on the 10th. I'm going to be 28 weeks pregnant on the 16th. I can't even believe that. Then I have some appointments here for an ultrasound, OB, and then of course Thanksgiving and Black Friday. And if I wasn't a small business owner, I probably wouldn't be tracking Black Friday, but this is once again a very important day for us small business owners. So this is my overview of my planner, and I really like how like minimal but very functional and easy to get to this is this time around. So I will most likely be keeping these inserts. Right now, this is the notepad that I had been using from Cloth and Paper, and I still have a few pages in here, so I'm most likely going to keep using it as the months go by. But this is what I was using prior to using my rings planner, and I want to show you guys my social media calendar in here. So all the videos that I got up have YT, then I have some Instagram posts, some TikTok posts, and I honestly didn't do as much as I thought I was going to, especially I think with videos. I just got really caught up with Rosa Jewels, and I think there was just a lot going on, but I'm actually really happy to see that I got about like 10 videos up on YouTube, which is more than I've done in the past. So as you guys can see, if you set out a schedule for yourself and really stick to it, you can definitely get these videos up. All about creating a plan for yourself. And I want to show you guys now this month's, which I have it in this notepad, but I'm most likely going to transfer it to my A5 as well, just to have it all together. I am trying to be more consistent on posting on my planning Instagram, especially with my new planners in 2025 coming up. I have a few spreads that I want to get up on there. Like this video should be going up on Thursday, and then my A5 flip will be going up on Friday. Sometimes things shift within a day, so I think that's why I like having it in this notepad, and it is much easier to schedule like YouTube posts in here than Instagram posts, because Instagram posts are very like spur of the moment type of things for me sometimes. And with YouTube, I know that I'm going to get a plan with me up like on Tuesdays, and like this monthly reset, my budget results, all of that good stuff. So this is what I have so far, but I will be filling it in as the weeks go by. I'll probably plan out my videos on like the Sunday before the week. That's what I'm trying to do. And then in here I have some important like content I want to make sure to post, and then some YouTube video ideas. I definitely want to film an undecorate with me because I want to decorate for Christmas already, but we of course have to undecorate all of the Thanksgiving stuff. Then I'm thinking of filming a vlog, like a Black Friday, Cyber Monday prep vlog. And then of course, all of the 2025 planner videos, which I'm really, really excited about. So this is how my social media calendar looks like for November. And now let's move on to setting up my monthly budget. All right, you guys, so I am here to film the budgeting part of this monthly reset. I have already set up my monthly view in my romina.rossa budget planner. I actually filmed a quick reel over on my planning Instagram. I already laid down all of my bill due stickers, and I will, after this video, set up my key in here. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. I am going to flip you guys to the next page, which is where my monthly budget printable is. And I think I'm going to take it out of here. I am always getting questions about the pen that I'm using. So this is just the Energel Klena pen, which I'm soon going to be releasing. I have a few of these that I can put up in the shop, but you can also buy these on Amazon. I have like the pink version, and this one I love. I've been using it for years. I always just get the ink replacements whenever I run out. I'm going to write in November here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I've already set this up on my iPad, which is the beauty with these printables that I have. You can print them out at home, or you can use them on an iPad. I typically use it on the GoodNotes app. That way I am all prepared for whenever I film this video. So for income sources, I'm going to write out Victor here, which is my husband. Then I will write in romina.rossa, which romina.rossa is basically all of my shop, romina.rossa, as well as I have added Rosa Jewels in there, which is my online jewelry store. Actually, I'm wearing a few pieces. This is a new piece coming soon. It just says Mama. I absolutely love it. And then this ring is also coming soon if it hasn't already launched. But then I like to add a section for variable income, which are things like YouTube. I get a small paycheck from there, as well as if I make any sales on Poshmark or any reselling app, as well as affiliate links make part of the variable income section. And then last but not least, I always like to write in a category for Victor's side work. which he sometimes does, and it does help out with our budget, so I include that as well. And now for expenses, let's start with our variable expenses, which are our categories that vary. Those are typically groceries, eating out. I'm going to write out all the categories and then I'll share our budget for the month. We have gas for our cars, we have our babies category, beauty for me, for any hair dye, or if I need anything like makeup, restocking of makeup, I'll mark it as a beauty expense. One category that I added last month is one for hobbies, and then the rest are bills that vary, like natural gas, electric, water, and gas. And then I always like to include an unbudgeted category, which is more of a placeholder category since we don't necessarily budget anything for that. For groceries, eating out, a lot of these I have lowered the amount. I know I mentioned that with the holidays coming up, I would probably want to increase our groceries amount, but this budget, just so you guys get an idea, is starting from October 25th until November 21st. So if I was thinking of maybe budgeting more for Thanksgiving, that's not going to happen in this budget per se. So I am going to lower it for this monthly budget, and then coming the next monthly budget, I will probably increase it because with Thanksgiving coming up, I will most likely want to make like a few side dishes. For groceries, we're lowering the amount to $4.50, which is, I believe, $30 less than last month. We did pretty good with groceries and eating out for last month, so that's the main reason why I wanted to lower it and see how we do with that. Then for eating out, we're also lowering this to $140. We've been doing pretty good with eating out because I pretty much make most of my meals at home from Monday through Friday, and sometimes we'll eat leftovers even on the weekend. So it all really works out and we haven't had to spend too much on eating out. And for household, I'm doing $100 again, which I'm hoping is enough. And for gas, I did increase this by a little bit back to the $200 amount I had a few months ago. Babies, they get a $100, and this has to do with things for the baby like maybe diapers, wipes, and if I end up buying them clothes or anything, I will take it out of that category. For beauty, this one's hasn't changed from last month. It's still going to get $50. For hobbies, the same. This will be getting $40. As for natural gas, this I am estimating to be paying $20, which is what we usually pay. For electric, it actually went up last month, so I'm going to increase this to $72. Water will also be getting $20. I just realized I wrote gas 3 times. Gas here and gas here, natural gas here. This I meant to write gifts. So we are planning on buying some gifts this month. So I'm going to be budgeting $100 for this. And then once again, we don't budget anything for the unbudgeted category. That is for variable. And before I forget, I am going to total it up. So we have $450 plus $140, $100, $200, $150, $40, $20, $72, $20, and $100, which totals up to $1,292. And now moving on to our fixed expenses, which I know I mentioned this in past videos, but our health insurance did increase almost by $100, and I just feel like now is definitely the time to get out of the insurance that is provided through Victor's employer and just probably get something cheaper on our own. That's kind of the main goal for November, to switch our insurances, and I hope everything goes as planned, just because I am going on 7 months pregnant this month, so I hope there's no difficulty like switching doctors if I have to. We will go ahead and see, but just wanted to mention that before I get started with my fixed expenses, because I'm really sad about that. I feel like I had already been complaining about paying too much for health insurance, and now it's gone even higher than that. So yes, you guys, I'm a little stressed out about that. But the first expense that we have here is rent, and this I'll just go ahead and write it in. It's due on the 1st, and we pay $18.50 for a 3-bedroom 1-bath house in Southern California. Next, I have my car payment. I am the only one with a car payment, which I'm really happy because I know that I'll be paying this car off next year. So that makes me really excited for that. We pay $348.06 for internet. That is due on the 4th. We pay $38.50. I know someone commented on last month's video mentioning how we get such cheap Wi-Fi, and the truth of it is we actually split the Wi-Fi with my brother-in-law who lives in the house that they built in the backyard. So that is why we pay such a small amount for internet. Then for car insurance, this is due on the 8th. This is $129. Student loans, which these are my student loans, are due on the 12th, and those are $130.77. Next we have my phone bill, which we pay on the 21st, and that is $53.50. Now next is health insurance, which gets taken out of Victor's paycheck. We mainly have 2 per monthly budget, so in total we are paying a whopping $850 with 38 cents, and that's for insurance for me, Vito, our son, and I believe Victor's employer paid 75% of his. So I think this is quite a bit to pay for. And then of course, once the other baby is born, it's going to be even more. So I feel like now, since it is open enrollment in California, is the time for us to just switch our insurance. And once again, hopefully everything goes well with maybe potentially switching OBs. I know I've asked this before, but please let me know how much it is that you guys pay for insurance for your family. I'm always interested to know, because I feel like that's way too much. And I think we might have had like better insurance before, and then we switched it, and now it just went up again. I don't know, you guys, but that is for that. Then we have a category for Victor's haircuts. He usually only gets 1 haircut a month, so that comes out to $45. And then last but not least, we do have a sinking fund for Christmas, which we've been putting $125 to potentially have $500 by December. I think this month we're only going to be doing $100, and to be honest, we will probably only buy presents for kids, or if we do end up buying presents for family members, they're most likely going to be smaller presents, just because we don't have that much saved for Christmas, and I don't want to be stressing out about presents on top of me being pregnant and having like my baby shower as well in December. There's just a lot going on right now, so I think $100 for this month should be good. And yeah, just wanted to let you guys know my plans for Christmas. I will also love to know how much it is that you guys are saving or have been saving for Christmas, if you do have a Christmas sinking fund. In the past, I have saved anywhere between like $500 to, I want to say like over $1,000 for Christmas presents. And that was, I think, just for me, for myself. to give to like my family. So let's go ahead and total my fixed expenses up. We have $18.50, $348.06, $38.50, $129, $130.77, $53.50, $8.50, $38, $45, and $100. So in total, our fixed expenses equal to $3,545 with 21 cents. And now I'm going to total up our budgeted amount for expenses. So our budgeted amount in total comes out to $4,837 with 21 cents. This is the final total budgeted amount for the month of November. Of course, once I am all done with this video, I will go ahead and subtract our expenses from our expected income to get a total of how much we will potentially be saving towards the end of the month. But with that being said, that is going to be it for this monthly reset video. I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along and listen to me ramble about my goals, my intentions for the rest of this year, as well as setting up my budget. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, as always, please do not forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And hopefully I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Bye guys.